welcome everybody to 4D Finance Group. My name is Wayne Smith, and I'm going to have all the members, the podcasters today in our group. We're going to actually introduce themselves, okay? So let's do it.
All right. So my name is Rosa Fernandez. I live in Virginia, and I am a crypto enthusiast.
I thought she was going to say I'm single and I like.
No.
Oh, this is going to be like a
looking
what is
for a
that?
man that can cook, clean, and
that's
make
not
six
what this is
figures.
about.
Blue
This
pill.
is not what this is about.
I don't know. It just sounded like, you remember the old dating game? I don't know if y'all remember that. The old dating game.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm
Get a recording.
I love to travel.
You know what? I just said two sentences. My name is Rosa Fernandez, and I am a crypto enthusiast.
That's right. Yeah. Go ahead, Dion.
Oh yeah, this is Dion. Ex-Navy vet, hailing from Virginia. I like looking at the societal makeups of financial systems, basically how they affect us in our day-to-day and how society thinks about it and perceives it.
Gotcha.
Who's next?
That's it. Nini's not here, so we can't pick on him. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So before we started this podcast, for those that are listening, we were talking about Dion has a cigar collection. He's a cigar aficionado, and he and I both drink Scotch whiskeys. And I happen to find something that's a great investment for those people that like to invest in alternative investments. And this is just like chit chat before we get our show started. It was it Finovest, something like that, Dion? That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting because you can invest in different whiskeys, and a lot of them are catching some really good prices and price appreciation now. So I don't know if anybody in our listening audience really likes to invest in like wines and stuff, but he and I both are looking into that one. We'll talk about it more and more podcasts in the future because we're all investors. It doesn't matter if it's crypto or if it's stocks, Forex, it could be real estate. Basically, even though we call ourselves 4D Finance, we are looking at dividends, we're looking at decentralized finance, we're looking at derivatives, and we're looking at, what's the other one? I forget.
Alternative, silver, gold. I mean, I collect silver, got a cigar collection. I might do some resales on that. I found out I got a couple of cases that they don't make anymore that haven't been made. I went to an auction and got a case of what is this? Amazonian Basin by CAO, and don't know how, don't know why, but I got the case for $110, and they're now going for $287. So I don't know if I'm gonna smoke any of those. I got to figure that one out.
Yeah, that's cool though. It's good to be to spread yourself out a little bit. It can protect your investment, being in different sectors, different different lines of businesses and things like that. Because if you only do one type of investment, you're kind of stuck. You're stuck on how well that does for that particular time period. And our biggest thing here on 4D Finance, and it was, did I say derivatives? DeFi, derivatives, decentralization, and dividends?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Of course, stock market. You went on the more esoteric things, but of course, stock market. So that's one of the main reasons why we're 4-dimensional, because we can't really put thinking about the thought process, the investment of how you think of that, how you retain that information, how you gain that information, and then having general conversations that may be above the layman and help spark their interest in these different facets. I mean, it's
Yeah.
so diverse that it would only be just
What a
4 digits.
time to be alive.
Explaining it would be hard, right? Exactly.
Yep, there's a lot of things that you can invest in nowadays, you know, and we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff on this particular podcast. Since this is our first real podcast as 4D Finance, we're going to kind of go through the general flow and just kind of relax and just put subjects out there that we happen to see during the week, during the month, things that we're into too, like the whiskey and the cigars and things like that. Like Rosa said, crypto and what have you. You know, we'll get deeper and deeper into different subjects, especially as we get feedback from our listening audience and see what they really want to hear us talk about, and actually see some of us what we're actually doing live or, you know, in this podcast forum. So let's get into, are we ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
for
into
sure. I guess,
it.
Rosa,
Yeah, because
you can start it off. The main just today, I guess, would be crypto. We found out a lot of interesting things. I think we should let Rosa go ahead, and she's the true digger of the crypto in this room, boy. I tell you what.
And still learning too, because there's so much
Right?
involved when it comes to crypto. I mean, I feel like I find one rabbit hole and I end up in another one and go down that one too.
gotcha. Let's do it.
You need to stay out them holes.
So a lot of people who are already in the crypto are excited. We're really not waiting. 2023, you know, we want to see an uptrend in a lot of these cryptocurrencies. But a lot of us, we're willing to wait till this thing called the Bitcoin halving. Now, the Bitcoin halving, hold on for a second. So one way to make the Bitcoin halving event interesting for folks is by letting them know that this event occurs every 210,000 blocks that are mined. All right. And that reduces the rate of which new Bitcoins are added to the circulation by half. So that means that right now, before the Bitcoin halving, the scarcer that Bitcoin is, the more valuable that it becomes. So Bitcoin is like digital gold. There's only going to be 21 million of Bitcoin ever. So that makes it a scarce asset. Get what I'm talking about?
Like eggs.
You know what? I heard that they started smuggling eggs.
Oh my God.
I seen yes, I seen something about Mexico smuggling eggs and stuff like that. That's crazy.
People are going into the grocery store and stealing 1 egg a day.
Wow, I haven't heard that. That's crazy.
You better check your cartons, because you might have some eggshells turned upside down, you know, or you might be looking at 10 eggs in there, 9 eggs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's some egg thieves out there. But go ahead.
That's crazy.
So
all right, so they're scarce. So the block reward for mining new Bitcoins will be cut in half, which could lead to a decrease in the number of new Bitcoins entering the crypto market. Okay. So in turn, this could lead to an increase in the value of the existing Bitcoins as demand outstrips the supply. So that's pretty interesting because, like I said, I don't care what's going on in 2023. Well, I know in 2023 also we also have another halving that's coming. I believe it's coming in March or June. I got to take a look at that, but that's Litcoin.
You know what? When we were talking about this before the podcast, you sent us some pictures. You want me to share those? Because it has the dates on it.
Oh, yes. Please
Okay.
do.
I'm going to find those and I'll share it.
Yep, it has all the dates of the halving and stuff like that. And usually when that happens, like I said, the reward gets cut and that makes it more valuable. And when that happens, sometimes people react to that and the market ends up going up. So that's why a lot of people are just, taking their position and just waiting it out. But 2023, we have Litcoin. So maybe collect a few Litcoins and then see what it does, see if it goes up or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be
That's a
scarce
pretty good
anyway.
update. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
Because
good update.
yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is there's every so annually or whatever, every so often they get rid of an allocation of Bitcoin from the circulation. Is that what you're saying? Like they
yeah.
Yeah,
take a little
the
bit of it
rewards,
away.
yeah, the rewards, because there's crypto miners. What they do is they use like these computers or mining machines that end up spitting out, the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But this time they won't
Oh,
get as much as they are getting now. It's going to be cut in half. So
huh. Oh, that actually produces the coin itself. So then the production is. Oh, got you, got you. That's an
sorry.
interesting update on the changes of Bitcoin. What I found, um, that's been a significant. Well, it could be. It really depends on how people look at it or think of it, but
Mhm,
banking system. So no one's really talking about it, but there's about 7 banks that have digital wallets now. Um,
Hmm.
I don't
oh
know all
wow.
7 of them or retained all 7 of them.
Hmm.
There's two that are very important to me because of the historical reference, and one is very big in the military logistics of
Hmm.
moving machinery on trucks, freight movers. That is U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank. They basically have
Hmm.
like if anyone listening here has U.S. Bank, you can just Google it, and supposedly you can just click a button here and there in the app and transfer money through the digital wallet. Um, I needed to do some more research, I think, because I forgot to see exactly what that is, if it's Tether, because I don't know if we're gonna release the other, warm up episodes that we did to
Oh
get you
yeah.
here.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
oh, okay, I've surmised that in order for our economy to basically stay stagnant until we can figure out how to get out of this hole, if we go over to Tether, that'd be another form of inflation because what's the exchange right now for every dollar a fiat? It's a $1.10 or $1.20 of Tether, and
Yeah,
that's
I believe
It
so.
one
fluctuates,
of
but yeah,
the.
around there.
So that's that there's that benchmark there where you'll be losing money switching over, and they may intentionally do that to take money back out of the system, to help with this debt ceiling and their spending. The other bank was Bank of America. So U.S. Bank first. I'm sorry, I didn't explain that. U.S. Bank is tied in with logistics. Anytime that you see a truck going down the road and it has a piece of military equipment on it, there's a 90, I would say 95% chance that the bank that is paying the logistic company is U.S. Bank.
Mm.
So that's immense. And then the other bank is Bank of America. So historically, Bank of America was one of the first, if not the first, to boot off the centralized banking system itself after war and depressions and stuff like that. Um, a tight network of women got together and basically put together a banking system that local governments were able to then borrow from, and then that centralized, you want to call it, system or thought process expanded. So yeah, if these guys are going digital, it doesn't matter to me what the government
Hmm.
says because we're on a centralized banking system. We're not on a government federal banking system. It's kind of like a misnomenclature, or how do you say, the unseen hand. Like, yeah, the government has this digital amount of money that they say that the banking system can borrow. What is it? 10 times for every dollar. So for every 1,000, the bank can then loan out 10,000, and so on and so forth. But the true controller of the money, as we can see now, is the banking system. They basically, for the past 2-3 years, have withheld how much fiat currency is within the market, and we can see that with change. Why are we missing change? During COVID and everything, they're like, oh, we can't get any quarters, we can't get any change.
Yep.
Well, if you destroy money every so many years, right, and you're not going to do the destroying or printing, then the same money should just be in circulation. No, someone's hoarding the money. And the only one that can really do that effectively is the central banking system.
Yep.
Yeah, and it looks like
a-
I also posted something on my Facebook, Wayne. I think you liked it, where it said that the new U.S. Senate bill would require all restaurants, cafes, and vending machines on Capitol Hill to accept Bitcoin payments. So that's a great move. That's going to push mass adoption.
Well, you're looking at those other countries too, like, you're from Panama, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Venezuela, El Salvador.
Yep. They're the first ones that made Bitcoin a legal tender in their country, El Salvador.
Yeah. And they
I
bought.
guess we should let the go ahead. They bought.
Well, they bought like 32,000 Bitcoin, then they end up buying another 23,000 or something Bitcoin.
Yeah, that president is real smart.
Well,
they
were laughing at him though, because when he bought it, they thought, you guys, you can't get your economy straight, and you're spending all this money on Bitcoin. But when he bought it, I think it was like 16,000. Look at it now.
Yep.
So,
so now there's crickets. There's no more making jokes.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dion.
I guess I should let the listeners know, like, we don't all agree on this crypto thing. I'm the one that sits out on the sideline.
The speculator.
I don't want to end up like Canada and have all my assets frozen because they're digitized, or have every purchase. And I'm a Second Amendment advocate. I have plenty of those.
They had fiat. They had fiat frozen. But they were able. But then those who had cryptocurrency was able to access it. See, because on the crypto side, there was
and they stopped that too, because every time that is printed on the blockchain, they can see exactly who you are, where your purchase was, and where it came from. They did it on the blockchain as well too. And so that's the reason why, so I'm more on the decentralized side, where many of people are, as Rosa, which, I mean, I respect your opinion.
I am on the
is on the
decentralized
centralized side. So, you're both. You're just crypto, period. Okay, now I know.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I don't really like too much centralized, because they can shut things down and do all that.
Gotcha.
And plus you get more, like I said, you get more APY on the decentralized side versus on the centralized side, which is what I'm doing now, which now I'm my own private bank, because while the bank is given like less than 1%, my private bank is almost 5%.
Yeah, and I'm staking too, but were you kind of done with halving, Rosa?
Mm-hmm.
You were?
Yeah.
Because I put this graphic up, and I wanted our viewers just to see what you were talking about. And we can share this graphic, but look at the dates. You mentioned Litecoin. It was Thursday. It's going to be Thursday, the 29th of June. Yep. You got Bitcoin, the 1st of May. It's doing a halving. So these coins, we're thinking.
You got Zcash in May.
Yes. Yep. I haven't expanded this doohickey here, but yeah, you got all these here. And we can share this graphic. But, and let me show the other one too, because I think you sent another one.
Yeah, it was a. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll get it up at some point. I thought I gotta get this control off of here
Mm-hmm.
and relinquish it back to my mouse, and then maybe I can actually do what I want to do. There we go. Yeah, Verge, Zcoin,
Mm-hmm.
2nd of April there. Einsteinium, Bitcoin.
Some of these coins I never even heard of, so I have to do my research. My due
What is it, like
diligence.
19,000 coins or something like that out there?
To over 20,000.
Over 20,000 now? Yeah, because
Yep, with Bitcoin still dominating 40% of the entire market. So that's why I tell beginners, your best bet is also, if you're investing, be diverse. But how can you keep out that 40% dominance? Bitcoin. There's no way that I wouldn't have Bitcoin in my portfolio. No way. That's the king of crypto, and it dominates 40%. It takes the guessing out of chasing different coins, and I have stopped chasing a whole bunch of different coins.
Right.
I still invest
You're
in
right.
the smaller
No,
coins.
No,
No,
you
yeah, I
did. You
did.
still chasing.
I don't. No,
You
I
know you
don't.
chasing.
No, I don't chase. No, I don't. I don't chase coins. I don't chase. I don't. I'm serious. My portfolio, I don't chase coins. Now, the coins that I do get into, like artificial intelligence, I get into those coins because those are the future. I invest in the future when it comes to crypto projects and stuff like that. Artificial intelligence already on the news now. They're on the news. You know, they had what, an AI passed the medical exam with flying colors. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not chasing coins.
Yeah. So looking at the halving, I guess the message to our audience is it's all speculation, okay? We're not financial advisors, but if halving makes the coins scarce, kind of like the laws of natural supply and demand, would have a tendency to put upward pressure on the price.
Yeah.
So we would expect.
And if you check,
up.
and if you check history, that has always happened with Bitcoin's halving.
I'm a big fan of Ethereum myself.
Yep.
Because of its development platform. It's superb.
Together with Bitcoin and Ethereum, they dominate over 60% of the crypto market. So that's another one that I sit there and say, if you're into crypto, why wouldn't you have the dominant coins? They dominate over 60. So that takes 60% out of guessing. You got over 20,000 cryptocurrencies in this crypto market. We don't know which is going to blow, which one is going to make you the next millionaire. But those two together dominate over 60% of the cryptocurrency market. There's absolutely no way I wouldn't have them in my portfolio.
Yep. And that's what it's all about too. Finding your investment niche, developing a strategy, planning all your actions, and doing as much research as you can on the projects that are out there, because the more you know, the better and more informed an investor you're going to be. Like Dion.
I forgot.
Go ahead.
I mean, just in case, if I'll just say it again. I know we said it earlier, but the cigars that I was talking about earlier is the perfect example of scarcity and then the inflation of price. So those Amazonian basins come out every 5 years, and there's only but X amount in circulation when they do come out with it. And depending on, networking and marketing, depends on which cigar shops get how many, if any. So it's the same kind of deal with the Bitcoin, is what she's saying, is because there'll be less out there, and there'll be a need or a want. This is a luxury item, so that's more of a want, not a need. The price will go up. But what I forgot though was I was on mute. Ethereum and Ethiopia. I don't know when this episode is going to drop, but if anyone can help me try to figure this out, or if you're in Ethiopia, what is going on with this social system that they're trying to put on the blockchain? And these people are not liking it. There's
I
like
need
this
to look
whole
that
silver
up.
war thing going on. Yeah, we've talked about it. The coin that's doing it is I can't remember because I've been out of the crypto. You've been holding that down. What the heck is the name of the guy? It's on the Ethereum blockchain. It's not the gaming one that I used to follow all the time. It's I don't
Let me
want to
do a
say
quick
CAO because
Google.
these daggone cigars.
Let me do a quick Google.
Is it AVAX?
It's in my crypto.
It's not Avalanche.
No, they are doing something like that. It should be in my wallet though.
Yeah, one of my
So
Ethiopian
it's news.
friends.
It's news about Ethiopia and cryptocurrency. Let's see.
No. So this isn't news. This is why I'm asking for help. This isn't news. This is looking at the societal makeup of the people, right? So they're at a civil war, resources, whatever, who wants to take over power. One of the things that was discussed over the years, this has been going on for years, is them being put on a social card system where they will rank you from your birth and control the society. They're going to use a blockchain to do that. People don't like that idea. So in other words, it will be like one of these Netflix shows that came out. I can't remember the name of it.
It says
where people can walk around and give you.
So I got one right here. It says why a little known blockchain based identity project in Ethiopia should concern us all. There are countless examples of the dangers posed by national ID schemes, including from Kenya, Uganda, Pakistan, India, and elsewhere. Is that something else?
Yeah, that's the gist. Yeah, I'm trying to look for the name of the blockchain that's the name of the blockchain that they're running on. Is Ethereum. It's Engine. Okay, that's one. That's the video games. What's the other one? I can't think of it. Whenever I can log into crypto.com.
The project known as Cardano is actually run by
Cardano. That's it.
Okay,
that's
there
it.
we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
The project known as Cardano is actually run by a cluster of offshore entities. The Swiss-based Cardano Foundation, Hong Kong-based development arm, IOHK, and Japan-based venture arm, EMURGO. Okay. They're going through a national ID system for Ethiopia.
Yeah, you know and that's why I like using VPNs, because that just made it seem like they're okay with it. Like, you got to look at it like this: apartheid and all these negative societal antidotes just ended like 15 years ago. So like parts of Africa just got their freedom, and it's not even 20 years old.
Yeah.
And now here they're about to be colonized with data.
So look at what, okay, so this is what it's saying. It says, in the case of Cardano, a proof of stake consensus protocol allows coin holders to vote and influence how the protocol evolves. Ethiopians, of course, have no say-so. Moreover, rather than decentralized power, the Cardano network itself becomes a single point of failure. If the network goes down, so do all ID systems.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And then how am I the owner of a crypto coin, because I have some money,
able to make,
none of us are millionaires, and I'm supposed to be able to manipulate this society? That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, look at this. The stakeholders actually are the people of like Tigray and Ethiopia, but the people that are controlling it are colonizers.
Wow.
That's a shame.
Yeah, you just said it a different way. Yeah, the exact same thing. Yeah, you just said it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
crazy.
in it. I'm not gonna lie. And then as it progressed, because I mean,
you was in what, Cardano? Cardano?
Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
a minute.
because I hate to say it, it's just like, yeah, I mean, if they're aiming for this and this is what they want, the powers that be will destroy that country to get there. But as it says, those that
Yeah, I
are the
invest in
owners of
Cardano.
the coin, those are the owners of the coin get to pick the votes. So the more that this is known, and I don't want to get into a whole historical, like I could do a
Hmm.
freaking hour-long lecture on that, but not to get into the historical reference of Ethiopia, the last emperor that was the great grandson of Sheba, who engaged with King Solomon, and his relationship with the Caribbean islands, Honduras. And so this man tried to put together the entire diaspora. Now, if you mean to tell me that they're unwilling to say it out loud, I will say it out loud. If, a collective of people that are thinking humanely want to buy up Cardona to be a more humanitarian beacon
Hmm.
for this oncoming, know, digital passport, digital social system, should do so. I mean, that's the only thing that I can think of is that these places like BNB, Cardano, where you can own a significant amount of it, and let's say you have an investment club or an investment family pool,
Hmm.
and you can wave and move in these areas with money, then it's a discussion. We need an episode on that. We need to really
Yeah.
kind of analyze
Yeah, because
that
I got to do
before,
my research. I'm over here quiet, still looking and reading the stuff. But yeah, that's something that we should and that's breaking down the coins. I want to be able to have an episode where we break down the different
Oh no,
projects.
no, you'll be doing that. I'll be looking at my societal stuff. I do not like crypto like that. It scares me. It freaks me out.
Yeah, but
It
you
makes
make
me wanna
money in crypto
go
though, so you can't be that
go in a
speculative.
hole.
You can't be that speculative because you're in crypto. You have made money in
That
crypto. You have
indecisive.
seen it rise. You have seen your money rise with crypto, haven't you?
Yeah,
You
but
have
then
taken the risk. So you're not
we
fearful
have
of
to go
crypto.
to
You have gotten
morality.
into crypto.
We have to go to morality versus greed.
Yeah, yeah, but
Is it all about the money?
you're in crypto. Yeah, all about the money. You're in crypto because you know that that investing
No, I'm not in
in
crypto. I'm heavy in silver. I have
okay.
maybe a
Well,
$1,000 in crypto.
okay. Well,
Like
let me ask you.
I'm not
Okay, well,
fooling
let
with
me
it.
ask you something. Which okay, have you made more money in silver than in crypto, or what?
Correct.
Which side have you made more money on with? On silver or
Silver.
crypto? Okay.
Silver. I
What
started
percentage
adding
wise?
crypto silver when it was like $5 an ounce. Now in the 20s.
Percentage wise, you've made more money
Yeah.
percentage wise in crypto than in silver than in crypto.
Correct. Correct.
Right. Okay. Then he has a niche. He has a niche that he has
Hmm.
mastered, and he's figured it out. He's
Yeah.
done
Oh no,
research.
I ain't figuring nothing out. It's just morality. That's all it is. That's why I say if like in my little investment club or whatever, we have a person that specifically looks at crypto. Why? Because I'll I'll self eat myself and keep going into it like that snake that eats his own tail. Like I'll just continuously dig into crypto and like be eating myself away at the same time because a lot of it looks destructive
Well, yeah,
to humanity.
paralysis to
Because
analysis, right?
you have invested in
Yeah,
BNB and that has went up, right?
correct.
In, okay.
So then no, so then I was falsifying. No, it is crypto because got into
Okay.
BNB when it was
Yep.
$26. But
Okay.
the what do you call it? The software, the holder of the information, the what do you call
Hmm.
it? The platform. The platform ran away with about 3-4 grand. So I guess I could go back and forth on that, which one,
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah,
safety and no
Hmm.
non-regulations of
Yeah,
these
I
because
wanted you
cryptos.
to think about that. Yeah.
back
Yeah.
then we
Because
were
I know.
sticking.
Oh, how they stole my money? You're not gonna change my mind.
Okay,
Good
I'm
luck
not
with it.
trying to change your mind, but the thing is, guess what, Dion? I know you ain't gonna walk away from crypto though. Are you gonna walk away from crypto? You gonna leave money on the table? Are you gonna walk away from
that's
crypto?
why in my
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
That's
So
why in
you
my
stole,
investment
but
club.
just yesterday
That's
you
why in my
told me that you
investment
bought
club, the
Bitcoin.
setup.
But yesterday you
To,
told me that you bought Bitcoin. Why are you still in the
yes. Do
space
you know
if you don't
why?
believe in the
Do you know
space?
why?
Why?
Do you know
Yeah,
why?
what? Yeah,
So I
what?
can transfer it over to my Forex account and get fiat money.
There you go.
Okay, but let me ask you something.
Not
So that
for
means
me.
your
Why
crypto
are you
portfolio is,
raising your voice?
hold on. So that means your crypto portfolio is now zero. Is now zero, right? Or do you still have a leg in?
Can you
You put your foot
understand this
in.
part?
Mhm.
That's why a person in my investment club that I'm building has a niche in crypto, so I don't have to worry about it.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Because it's good not to wear a whole bunch of hats when you don't even have to. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Ooh, get that
When you
church
look at
fan
it,
out. Lord.
Hey.
Dion uses crypto for its utility.
hmm
That's just
Yeah, in
another
and out.
usage. Yeah. And also
Yeah.
fees. Like
hmm
Rosa, look at what you do.
hmm
If you want to send money to Panama to your family,
hmm
which way are you going to do it? You're going to do it through a Swift transaction, or you're going to do it through some crypto exchange?
It would be better with the crypto exchange because there
It,
are crypto ATM machines in Panama. And
it would be
yeah,
better, or it would be way, way,
it would
way,
be
way,
better and faster.
because Swift, like for $1,000 to $5,000 transaction, I pay $26.
Exactly. For Western Union and MoneyGram. That's a lot
That's
to send
ridiculous.
money.
That's absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous, right? Crypto,
exactly.
you send it to their wallet, you pay 0.001. If it's exchange to exchange, you're not paying hardly anything. You're paying fractions of a penny for a transaction, or fractions of a dime for a transaction.
Exactly.
So the usability of your money is much more effective using the utility of crypto. So even if you don't like the crypto itself, the actual blockchain, the actions of the blockchain, the utility, its speed, its ability to be a trusted source by having information that stays on the servers all the time, and it's also validated by other transactions and other people who are on the network who approve those transactions and things of that nature, makes it a really good technology for the future. And I think that's what we're trying to say. Right now, we might not invest in it as heavily as we want, or there might be people like you who are very heavily invested. But you see, you're invested because you understand certain other things about crypto, like the staking aspect. Theonix understands the staking aspect. I do.
I'm
But
about to
also,
do some farms too for me and my son this weekend.
there you go.
Yeah.
Nodes, farms, yield farming. People don't really say that anymore, do they? Do they still say yield farming? Because I don't see it like I used to.
Yeah, some people still say yield farming is like this new project thing that I'm in where I became my own bank. I get paid just for the traders trading. When they come in, I see an uptick and I borrow. So that's something else that
Did
we
you see
can
the
go
platform?
over. Huh?
Did you see the platform that allows you to make your own pairs?
Oh yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
What platform is that? I think I seen.
I think I
I
put a
think
post up on our trading and investment
Really?
ventures.
I have
Y'all
posted
didn't tell the
something.
Forex trader that there's an exchange platform where you can make your own pairs? Really, guys? Really?
Yeah.
Everybody got silent.
Yeah, I had seen something too, and I think the group that I'm in, they posted something where we can also make our own ETF and stuff like that too.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that would be fire. Like, yo, how would y'all build y'all? We got to figure out what's going on with BNB because I want to get back into it, but then,
there's some
you know
uncertainty
what?
there because the
Maybe that should be
government.
our next episode.
Yep, that's true. But the government
Yeah.
they're
I think BNB is being bought and more centralized, because the fact is that he tried to tell people on Twitter that it's not safe for you to own your crypto. He wants you to leave it in his exchange. And that already, when you sit there and you say that, that makes me look at you funny. You moving funny, because you know damn
Yeah,
well,
but I mean, if it
you
was
know damn well,
physical, I would
no, but
understand.
you know damn well, no, he just doesn't want you taking money out of his exchange. He don't want you to take money out. He
Yeah,
wants you to keep it in there. But the thing is, to
so I'm
sit
trying
there
to
and tell
understand.
people
Uh
to
oh.
sit there and tell no, I had a call. To sit there and tell people that they shouldn't they shouldn't own their coins and put it in a cold wallet, that's not very good advice. And he knows what he's doing. He just doesn't want people to take money out of the exchange. But if you're sitting, but for people that already know how to do crypto, owning it in your cold storage wallet is safe. You can't sit there and it's more safer than leaving it on an exchange, on a centralized exchange. So I think he may be working with
So,
the government or something, because
so
that
I agree with that,
that statement that
but
he
you
said,
got to
and
look
then
at it. You got to look at liquidity. With this not being a legalized, mainstream, everybody on it thing, taking your assets off of the platform
yeah.
flattens out liquidity. You need liquidity in order for this to grab hold.
Where's your Wi-Fi at?
You need people exchanging it, and you need people to have the ability to borrow off of it. You need the ability for all these different how
Yeah,
would you say the word, man?
I
All these
get that, but
different.
don't tell people that it's not safe to own, because once you put
Well,
it in it is safe to own it. I understand he doesn't
Oh, I got you. Okay,
he
okay,
wants
I
the
got you.
liquidity, but don't steer people the wrong way, as if it's more safer leaving it in a centralized platform. If they
well,
want to put it in a cold storage wallet, then that is safe. But don't sit there and say that. And I understand why he said it, because yeah, he wants the liquidity and everything, but at the same time, you need to be honest with people and say, yeah, leaving it there, but then he should have, more,
I
went
get it with the
into it
safe
more.
part. I get it. I get it with the
Yeah.
safe part, and I think
yeah,
you're
but did
you're
you read
right
the
with
whole
the
article? Did you read the whole article?
Oh, what happened?
No, I did not. I read what
I've been trying to get into the conversation.
I read what his Twitter said. The minute he sat there and said it's not safe to put it in a cold storage wallet, he lost me. So what did the article say?
Yeah,
Because I just read the Twitter,
I've been trying
his
to get
Twitter.
in, trying to be polite, but the
All right,
deal
go ahead.
is his thought process. Yes, it may be for his own self-benefit. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's always. Yeah.
Okay, but the problem was people. He was making the correct assumption that people do not go through all the steps needed to safeguard their crypto in a cold storage, and then they lose the thing, or they lose their phrases, or they
I
tell
didn't
people
think
their
about that. They
phrases,
don't have the
or they share
passcodes
their
or the
phrases,
different. Yeah.
or they stick
Oh.
their phrases on their phone that's up to the cloud. And if your cloud account gets hacked or your phone gets hacked, everybody sees it and it's shared on the dark web. So he had like 8 points like that, and it was all really based on human error. So I get what he's saying. He also was
You want to take that back, Rosa?
now, here's
No,
the deal.
I don't. I still think that he's moving
Let
funny,
me
because,
finish.
like I
Let me
said,
finish. Let
anybody
me
can be
finish.
bought.
Let me
And I
finish.
just,
Let me finish.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead,
Because
bro.
then you're gonna have to backtrack that too. His thought process was, and I get it. I get what he's trying to say. Centralized platforms, once they're mature, you will have, I'm gonna use air quotes on the word have, someone to go back to get your money back. I get that. Okay, fine. That's really nice and pretty. But is it working today? is that really what, and this is going to be a whole different podcast too.
No.
Like, I agree with Dion, because
There's
you know
no
I'm getting ready to go.
regulations.
Can you get
Yeah.
your money out of the bank today? Oh, wait a minute. If a
No.
bank fails, I'm going to tell you about an article that I did, and it was done by two investigative reporters, Pam and Russ Martins. They run Wall Street on Parade.
If a bank fails,
If you put your money in an earn account, and they named Celsius as one of them, okay? If you put your money in Celsius earn account and Celsius goes belly up, if they file bankruptcy, even though that's your money, it's now their money.
yeah. I did read that article where they went to court and everything, and the judge said that they didn't really have to return the investors' money.
Yeah.
And I thought that sucked. But they are platforms, that offer insurance now on the crypto side. And I posted that in one of our groups. Yeah.
Yes, there is crypto insurance, which people don't know about.
No.
So what we're actually saying is there are pros and cons. You can protect yourself, but there's no real marketing effort trying to help the consumer to really protect themselves. Let's agree on that. There's no market out there for that. Nobody wants to do it. You have to go and do your own due diligence or listen to podcasts like this one and hear that maybe for the first time. You might have been in crypto for 10 years and now you just now heard, oh, there's insurance for crypto. Isn't that crazy?
Ain't that crazy? Like an option for stocks? Ain't that crazy?
There you go.
Well, you do know that they currently do have options trading for crypto.
Been done.
Yeah.
And I don't like that because tokenization, creating ETFs is it's a liquidity producer for large banks and hedge funds. It can help the retail investor, but what ends up happening, they manipulate the price so horribly that you don't get the return that you should. That's just like fractionalized reserve banking. Like Dion was saying earlier, you go to the bank, you give them $100, they can loan out $90. They're going to make 26% return on investment on that, and they'll give you 0.01% a year, APY. It's not equitable for both parties. That's another podcast, because that's one of the biggest things where all this stuff stems from. And that's where the biggest problem with especially crypto enthusiasts, crypto investors, the serious investor, they go, if it's centralized, there's too many constraints and they manipulate the market. If it's decentralized, I can get them jokers off my butt. They say that, and both of them are subject to extreme manipulation. And you wonder, how can we get this under control? And the only way we get it under control is what Rosa does, deep study. And then you do speculate, and then you get your butt out of it when you smell a rat.
Straight to the cold wallet.
Yep. And then you tiptoe back into it gradually and see if you can make some dough yield farming. You know,
currently right now I get paid when the crypto traders dump money into the crypto trading.
Got you. And there's also you make money off right now on the platform.
And the next step that I got to do is me making money off of the traders paying fees. So that's the next step that I'm taking.
Right.
Too.
But you know what that is?
I gotta get
We call that in the stock market payment for order flow.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Which every stock market investor hates. But if you go back to a fee system, are you going to want to pay $6.95 per trade? $6.95? Like in the old days?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just greed. Basically, that's what it boils down to. And I'm a World Economic Forum watchdog, so to speak. I look at what they put out. And that's a lot of these agenda items that we're talking about, that we're going to expound on another podcast. We're going to have to address some of those, because the few retail investors that are out there that are really trying to do something with it and trying to inform, they're getting overshadowed by what policies are being pushed upon us against our will. Just like Ethiopia and Tigray. Same thing, you know? So
this was a great podcast, y'all. This was I love the energy. I love me and Dion going back and forth and everything. This is really good.
Yeah.
Amen.
So
hey, at least we know that WEF stuff will get some traction for sure.
oh my God.
We're reaching that. We're reaching that
good.
marker. I don't know what you guys want to do.
Yep. So is this going to be our sign off on this podcast, and we can kind of look at some other subjects? Okay.
Well, we can also have a continuation.
Definitely, because a lot of the subjects we brought up, especially what to invest in, you know, it's not new. It may be new to us, but it's not new. And there are powers that be that have thought about these things way before us, to put them out there and put these platforms together. And that's what we need to really look at, some early stage type investing before we hear about these things 10 years later. Get into them early, you know, like the whiskey, cigars, and things like that. I mean, there was a big thing about water. I mean, we could talk forever, right?
Yeah.
You know, about water, investing in water. But where did that go? You know, eggs.
I don't know. It's on the market though.
I'm going back to the eggs. I'm gonna start buying eggs.
What? Sure. Is there a freaking egg stock out there? You know.
I know. I'm gonna start. I'm looking.
Agriculture.
I'm looking.
Yeah. You're right. Agriculture. Yeah.
Yep. And then all these objectives of going vegan and everything like that, and how cows are now a bad thing. What? There's a lot of push and pull out there, and that affects us as human beings as well as investors. So I'm gonna, if it's okay, I guess we're gonna sign off.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sign off. Thank you, everybody. This is from 4D Finance Group.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun today, and we hope to get more interaction with our guests. We like the energy. We like people flaming on each other. It's okay because we'll learn that way.
Yeah, and plus
y'all better bring y'all church fans now. Bring y'all church fans and get the rocking.
I'm the only female. Plus I'm the only female. So yeah, they always gonna pick on me.
We ain't picking on you. You picking on us.
Yeah,
All right. For 4D Finance, I'm Wayne Smith, and there's Rosa Fernandez and Dion Cox. And we're signing off on this episode of 4D Finance. And we hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.